So many filled with our most vulnerable truths. Thanks so much for keeping right here with us. I'm Katie Houston.
And I'm Danita Harris. Storytelling has the power to shape communities, cultures, and give a voice to those often marginalized and unheard. However, according to a 2019 study into diversity in publishing, a majority of employees at publishing houses are white, straight, and non-disabled, and cis women. With a lack of diversity among gatekeepers, how can we ensure diverse voices are heard?
I'm a white person leading this class or this organization, and what power that gives me and how there's differentials in the city, then the more honest we can actually have a real conversation.
One group right here in Cleveland believes that the key to transforming the city of Cleveland for the better lies within a good story.
Tanisha Cordell explains how storytelling and literacy is pushing their mission while also giving voice to those often marginalized.
As a Black woman living in Cleveland, the fight to be seen, valued, and heard is one Dr. Tisha Carter, better known as Dr. T, came to know all too well.
At a certain point, I just thought, is it me? Am I crazy?
That fight became brutal in her job search lasting more than a decade.
Went through the doctor program, still applying for jobs, still nothing.
Then came the fight with her health.
I had numerous miscarriages and even a stillborn, and I really think it's due to the inadequate health care that I received.
While her spirits were lifted through prayer and support, Dr. T says it was a writing prompt for a Literary Cleveland internship that set her free.
I think it was just out of my frustration that I was like, I've had enough. Once I sent in that submission, hit that submit button, I was like, I don't even care if they don't pick me. I just wanted them to hear what I had to say.
Our identities are made up of stories. When only people with power and privilege are the ones that are able to tell the stories, things stay the same.
Literary Cleveland's executive director, Matt Wynkom, says their mission is rooted in change.
Cleveland has a 66% literacy rate, one of the most segregated cities, one of the poorest cities of its size, worst outcomes for Black women.
It's through workshops, equal publishing opportunities, anthologies, literacy advocacy, joining Cleveland Book Week, and receiving a National Endowment for the Arts grant that the nonprofit has been able to create a safe space.
It's everything from who's at the table to how do you train people to how do you foster those spaces when you're actually together.
A space for this Literary Cleveland collaborator, mom, and Black woman surviving in Cleveland.
We've got to do better.
Tanisha Cordell, News 5.
Literary Cleveland is also involved in Cleveland Book Week, a public celebration of local writers held in September with book awards.
Asphalt Wolf has been around for 70, 80 years awarding these books, and that legacy in the community, the work that they're putting forward, that's really rare. And so to have something like that in Cleveland is a real asset.
Literary Cleveland's Writing Conference, the largest free writing conference in the country, by the way, will be kicking back in person after 2 years of virtual events. So that is September 9th through the 11th. There's also 4 days left to apply for a $2,000 fellowship. It's available to anyone historically underrepresented in writing and publishing. You can find a link to apply for that fellowship and more details on the conference coming up. We'll have it for you on our News 5 app and website.